confectionery and gold laddoos. This is the story of Shandu Hallwai's famous gold laddoos, who were famous far and wide. Shandu used to make halva sweets called halva, in which he used pure and good ingredients, but still people did not buy sweets from his shop. When one day Shandu was sitting sad and two children came to him to buy laddoos. When Shandu gave them the laddoos, after some time the children started screaming with joy because a small gold laddoo came out of the laddoos. This became famous among the villagers. Now everyone used to buy laddoos from his shop. That's how Shandu became rich, but he still didn't know the secret of where the gold in his laddoos comes from. He was surprised to see him. First, subscribe the channel and click the bell icon to know the next story. Today, Shandu returned empty-handed. His wife was looking at Shandu with dismay, because Chant was not selling even a single sweet, and those people were getting poorer. The reason was that another sweet shop had opened near their shop. But those people used to make sweets using dirty materials and then sell them cheaply. That's why in the greed of less money people used to buy sweets from that shop. One by one all the customers left from Shandu's shop. When the next day Shandu's wife made him laddoos and said, "If these laddoos are sold, then we will be rich." Hearing this, Shandu started laughing at his wife's words and said, "You have made so many laddoos, you will hardly sell a couple of laddoos." But Shandu's wife was sure. When Shandu went to the shop, there were no customers as usual. Half a day passed. When evening started, two children came to Shandu and Shandu gave them sweets. After some time there was a rush at Shandu's shop and soon all the laddoos were sold out. Shandu returned home before night and happily told his wife. The next day, the wife made double laddoos for Shandu and said double the price of laddoos too. At first, Shandu was worried that he would buy such expensive laddoos, but then he agreed. As soon as Shandu went to the shop, he was surprised that the shop was already crowded, and as soon as he went to the shop, all the laddoos were sold out despite the double price. Gradually, the price of Shandu's laddoos started to increase and the customers also changed from a small shop to a huge sweet shop of Shandu. And the progress started doubling day and night, but quadrupled. But Shandu suspected that something was wrong when Shandu realized that out of all the laddoos, 2 or 3 laddoos came out with a small gold laddoo-like round which lured all his laddoos. People buy at such a high price. But he comes from Ka and Sona Ladoo. This was bothering Shandu when he thought of his wife. And the next day when the wife started making the laddoos, Shandu started watching secretly. And he was stunned to see that it is the wife who mixes gold in these laddoos. When he asked this to his wife in front of his wife, the wife started laughing and said that I had kept the gold in these laddoos. Now, the amount of gold I don't keep in the laddoos, more than 100 laddoos are sold. Shandu also started laughing at his wife's cleverness.